Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back once again to episode 12 of. Watch, I just screwed that number up completely. But, yes, hi, we're back here in Hearts of Iron. Playing as Egypt. We're going for the Freegypt Achievement. And, yeah, I definitely should have taken the continuous focus earlier. Even though it wouldn't have helped much. It's however many days. We could have gotten ahead by a year if I had started properly. And in the last episode, I said that we updated to 1.3.3. And that added in apparently some new map modes. I can specify I only want to see my counters. Really? Alright. Countries or allegiance. That was there before. Battle plans for allies. Day-night cycle. Fog of war. That's... okay. We'll keep the fog of war on, I guess? I don't know. There seem to be some storms going on in Italy right now. That's one thing that was a pretty big component of combat in Hearts of Iron 3 that I don't see that much of in Hearts of Iron 4 is the weather component. Because if it was raining, you did not want your armor in combat at all. And that might hold true for this game, but I don't see it as a prominent source of information, I'll say. Regardless, marshes, like, the terrain makes just as much of a difference, which is nice. And also decided, in between episodes, I think I definitely want the next series to be another Total War series. I enjoy Hearts of Iron a ton. In fact, it's one of my most played games ever. Between Hearts of Iron 3 and Hearts of Iron 4, I've put over 500 hours, and I've only done that for possibly 10 games. So, yeah, it's one of my favorite games of all time, if you were counting it by hours. And the main reason I have an issue with it is there's not really much happening for the first half of the series. And, like, there's basically nothing happening whatsoever for the first half of the series. And I don't know quite how to solve it. I guess an easy way to solve it would be to actually play as an Axis nation. But that just hasn't been what we've been doing. So it takes a while to get things going, and I apologize for that. But we're going to be going back to Total War after this, which the last series was the Latin Wars mod as the Samnites. So we were on the pro-Roman side of things for that campaign, for the initial war at the very least. So we might go for like the Etruscans or the Latin League itself, or possibly I'm trying to think what other states in that area side with the Latin League. I think the Umbrians do. but the Umbrians have a very limited roster along with the Campanians. We could always play as Carthage as well, because I don't know, I feel like managing a... Ooh, what's happening? What was that? Oh, that's resistance to occupation. Okay. Yeah, sound effects throw me off. But, I'm not quite sure who we're going to play as. I'm going to have to look into Carthage's starting position in that mod, because it might be in a difficult situation considering how expansive its empire is and how few troops I'd imagine that it has. But judging by the roster from the custom battles, it has access to a massive number of mercenaries, just a stupid amount of mercenaries, which is rather interesting because Carthage in Rome 2 doesn't really get that much of a bonus to mercenary upkeep costs, I think. It might be 20%? I don't know. It's not like 50%, or I don't think it's even 25%. So while it's helpful, it doesn't make too much of a difference, because that'll end up saving you upkeep costs. Generally, mercs have an upkeep of over 200, so you'll save somewhere between 30 and 40 talents per unit, which it can be helpful if you plan on having those mercs for a long time and you have the money to pay the upkeep costs. But I don't know. We're playing Hearts of Iron. I shouldn't be talking about Total War. It looks like the German Reich is getting pushed back in the north, at the very least. I think the Romanians are actually able to hold up. It's interesting. How are we doing construction-wise? We're getting there. We're making 17 guns per day, assault rifles, and rocket launchers. We've got a deficit of 7.5 thousand infantry equipment. Yeah, we're going to stop exercising the troops at this point, and we're also going to modify the Lend-Lease and get rid of our infantry equipment that we're sending them. So if we're making 17.5 per day, I'll round up to 20 and add a few extra days. 20. Oh geez, so 6,000 divided by 20 will give you 300. And 8,000 would give you 8,000 divided by 20 would give you 400. So we're looking at over a year before we're out of this deficit. And I think if we go to the logistics screen and actually see, there we go. 414 days, there we go. I was doing math, like, in my head, and I wasn't that far off, because we're not quite making 20, so yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, what I'm gonna do then, ooh, what the hell is happening here? What the hell are all of these German troops on convoys? That's 20 German infantry divisions. Holy shit. What are you guys doing out on the boat? Whoa. Yeah, whoa. Are they sending them to Brittany? It's up to 28 now. Where are you guys going? And how hasn't the British fleet caught you yet? Yeah, they're sending them with 70. What the fuck? That's 100 German infantry divisions. No wonder they're losing on the Soviet front. They don't have any other troops over there. Wow. They have 100 infantry divisions. I'm going to go on a limb and say they have roughly 10,000 troops per. Nah, it'd be more than that. How much do we have per cavalry division? We have 10,000. Okay, so I'll give them benefit of the doubt 10,000. That is 1,000,000 troops. That right there, and that's not including all those support troops from Hungary and Italy. I was about to say Italian. That's a lot of troops, and I guess they're all just sitting here defending Brittany and the coastline from further invasions. Wow. Alright, we're almost done with the atomic research, and I think we're going to pick up naval invasions for our troops. And I'm going to help us out. I'm going to cancel that. Okay, that saved us like 600 infantry equipment. Good. We'll go ahead and keep training the troops, why not? We're going to have to crawl our way out of this deficit anyway, so it could be a while. Ooh, the 3rd Guangxi clique has capitulated to the Soviet Union. So all that's left is the Manchurian government, the reorganized nationalist Chinese government, and the Japanese government here in Asia. That's it. Ooh, what are they doing in New Guinea? They have invaded New Guinea. And France gave Ethiopia entirely to Britain. Okay. So our atomic research is done. Can't do nuclear reactors yet. So what did I say I was going to do? This. 93 days. Okay. Don't have any naval invasion tech because go us. Hey, we're making progress towards becoming a colony and not simply a puppet. So we still get a lessened tech sharing bonus, but we're not a part of the Commonwealth tech sharing system anyway, which I wish we were. It would be very nice, but that would be a continuous focus that we'd have to take. And I do not believe that it is worth it. I think the autonomy is going to be more worth it in the end. Wow, it could be the end of the war by the time we earn our independence from Britain. Because I'd say we're going to get to be a colony by the end of 1941. So, at the very beginning of 1942, we're going to be a colony. We have to earn 1,000 autonomy points, which, if we get half a point per day, then, let's see, that's 365 divided by 2, that's like 157. So we're not really going to get a whole lot from the continuous focus. We have to do something. in this war. And we just don't have the ability to as of right now. There's just too many troops. Or we're going to have to invade Sicily. And I'm not sure if we're going to be able to pull it off because we don't even have Marines. But we'll see in a matter of 80 days. I'm going to make 2 separate armies, I think. Yeah, going to take 3. Put them in a new army. Oh, we have a second general already. Okay, yeah. This will be Army Group Blue. Go Army Group Blue. You guys keep training. The reason I split this up is just because the naval invasion tech that we're going to have access to is only going to permit us to use 10 divisions for naval invasions at any given time, at the very least. Looks like Greece landed in La Spezia. Looks like our troops got completely annihilated in Flanders, which is a shame. Our troops in Denmark. Looks like we retook Copenhagen. Yeah, is that the entire Norwegian army? That might be. Norway, how many divisions you got? 23. Norway has a larger army than we do. Fantastic. Looks like the Germans are pushing back into the Soviet Union, which is always good to see that the two behemoths are locked in a battle that may not end in the near future, at the very least. And we're still in a massive deficit of everything. Oh man. What have I done? We're about to get another civilian factory, which is nice. So I have an air base that got bombed in Derna. Doesn't really make that much of a difference. We have the Benghazi and the Tripoli and the Tunis air bases. So, wait a minute, don't we have some stock fighters? Yeah, we do. Where do we have air dominance? We have air dominance in Italy. So, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go here. We have 21 tier 2 fighters. So we're gonna make an air wing, deploy them to Italy, and you're going to come back on low intensity. You're only going to fly during the day, and you're going to go on interception for any close air support that Italy might have. And we're going to see how we do. Looks like we landed in Flanders again, or are those Greek troops just holding out that well? I think they might just be holding out that efficiently. But they're out of supply. They're very strong divisions. It's just there's no way that they'd be able to hold out. If I could stop pausing in between every like 5 words that I speak. Oh, hey, you guys don't have a thing. You can garrison this area too, and I'm also going to. Oh wait, we're not training any new troops. That's right. So I'm also gonna. Ooh. Yeah, no, we're not actually gonna do that. We're almost there. We're working our way there slowly. How are we doing training wise? We're getting there. Slowly but surely, we're getting there. We're up to 20 infantry equipment a day, so yeah, our deficit is down to 2/3 of a year. Alright. I can appreciate that. I wonder, can my computer handle going to 5-speed? Oh geez. We're getting a whopping 6 frames a second right now. I'm curious to see how this plays out, because there's not really much for us to do. And on 3-speed, you saw we were chugging a fair chunk. Anyway, can't wait for one day, maybe, just maybe, I'll be able to afford an actual desktop. And I'll actually get to, you know, have a very efficient cooling system, so I don't have to worry about overworking the computer and damaging any of the components. But for right now, that doesn't seem possible. Oh, outdated equipment in production. Oh, fantastic. We're making fighters. We're making fighter 3s. Awesome. What do we want to do now? We're getting trucks. What's cheaper? I wonder, production cost of 900, production cost of 450. We're gonna research Tier 1 submarines. Now hear me out. The reason for this is so that I think in order to do naval invasions, we have to have reconnaissance for... Ooh, shit, wait. I need to modify the Lend-Lease with Britain. Yeah. Stop Fighter 2s, move to Fighter 3s. We have our advanced technology. Okay, there we go. What resources are we lacking? Aluminum, rubber, and steel. Okay, we'll be fine. What was I talking about? Submarines, that's right. The reason we want some kind of boats is so that we can have proper reconnaissance of the sea tiles that our troops are going to be going across on. And in order to do that, you have to have like a boat patrolling the sea tile, basically. Okay, we are done there. Improved infantry. Ooh. Yes, please. National focus. No. We just surpassed a national focus. That's all that happened. We're working our way there. I'm not sure what we're going to do with our next batch of political power. Because how much do we need in order to become a colony? I'm not sure, but we have enough already. So I think we'll be fine. But I think we pick up the fleet logistics guy. Or the chief of Air Force, because the all-weather expert could help us save a few planes. Yeah, we'll pick up the all-weather expert because we actually have planes in the field. That makes somewhat of a difference. Speaking of which, my 20 planes are still over Italy. Okay. What are we doing? We have 12 extra fighters. Okay. So, looks like we're gonna win the defense of Copenhagen. What's going on here in Flanders? We have another small landing that we're gonna lose. The sheer quality and number of the German troops. It's just the Soviets, I think, are winning. I think the Soviets are winning. But yeah, that's the timer. So thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Sorry for the lackluster content that this series has become. But I'm hoping once the USA gets involved, things will start to pick up because Japan is about to attack. So we'll see very, very soon. But thank you all for watching, and so long for now.